we're live again here on the Shills. We've got the healing prescription to cure what ails you. Are you ready for it? Foot time. Get your foot right there. Get it into you. Yeah.
What is this obsession about this foot thing you've been doing?
It was that Why Ukraine James guy. He's got this picture of this pinup girl beside him, and I started teasing him at the beginning of the show. I was like, "Why are you streaming from your young brother's bedroom?" Right? You know. And then he pointed out that she's got a really screwy foot. So the foot. I mean, look, it's like a little baby hand that's been attached to the end of a foot.
Did you zoom in on it or something during the show?
He went and took a picture of it with his camera. So I mean, he really knows that poster. I'm just saying, I wouldn't touch the closet door that it's on, and neither should you.
Wipe it down with some sterile wipes.
Yeah. Treat that place like it's still COVID, man.
Oh.
Sanitize.
No black lights.
Oh, it was funny though. Yeah. And so it just became one of those David Letterman running jokes that you just won't let die. You know, it was.
Well, what's he do? Did he get all his pinup posters from a thrift store or something?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it didn't seem like the newest picture because it had the same color my baby pictures do. When somebody goes, "That's a color picture?" Yeah, you know.
Oh dear. Copyright 1970.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll keep the foot away. That's enough of the foot. Yeah, Putin's cat says, I had Bruce Lee on my walls for a time. Yeah, I had him up as well. Absolutely. That was during the younger days when I was taking Taekwondo and stuff.
You mean you didn't have like a little crucifix with a little baby Jesus on it?
Not so much. No, not me. Funny that, eh?
You just had it turned upside down.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny when Johnny Pierce was on the show today. I think he was surprised to find out that I'm a zero religion guy because I click well with Greg Terry, and he was like, "Oh, so you're another one of them that can do that with him." It was funny.
Yeah, see, Greg knows what he's doing. He's slowly converting you.
Yeah.
He's just working on you from the inside out.
Yeah. Well, he did mention something about a competitor to Neuralink that he wanted me to try out. So I'm,
yeah, from the Vatican.
Yeah. He said it wasn't made by Joseph Smith. So I mean, it's got that going for it, right?
Yeah, it's from Joseph Goebbels.
Easy now, jeez. But yes, that was fun earlier. Yeah.
I think you've worn everybody out.
Yeah. I had that whole adrenaline up and then down, and now it's just going back up again. Oh no, that's alcohol. But you know.
Jesus. No, I meant the audience.
Oh yeah.
Going, oh no, not another one.
Yeah, it could be. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, I wouldn't be here if I didn't have to be. So
yeah. Could be cozy little quiet little chat with everyone tonight, I think.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I posted the link to join in the private creator chat for everybody in Car for Ukraine, but it's already 7 p.m. Eastern, let alone everywhere else. So yeah, you know, but you never know. Never know. Ronnie, just starting, you know. And even then, I've only got a couple here. That's not really today. But this will do nicely. I think I got to turn up the heat or something. This is a CBD vape.
Yeah, so you had a lipstick.
Yeah.
Strange man.
Yeah. Now I can't open them. It's all stuck together. This one seems to need a bit higher temperature. I'm still kind of new to these things. I don't use them much. I'm trying to learn to use this when I'm on the stream, and I've got a tobacco one too. I'm trying to learn to use these instead of actually having like cigarettes, because it seems some people get pissed off with that. I don't see why this is better than the other. I mean,
Yeah. Should get a
the
big cigar.
difference? Yeah, I can't see the difference. But hey, I'm not saying you're wrong. It's fine, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good job you're not blowing cock.
Yeah.
Not on this show, please. Yeah, have a cigarette, man.
Yeah. Ronnie says, is there THC in there? It has like like a tiny little bit, but this one's basically CBD. Personally, when they say there's 0 THC in there, I find that a little circumspect. There's got to be just a little, doesn't it? Are we really that good already at separating these during the, but I don't really know.
I don't know. How do they do it? Or they use like a really sharp knife?
Yeah. Tweezers. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Take that out. Yeah.
But I'm a THC pot smoker as well, so I can tell. Like I could smoke this all day, and I wouldn't even blow over if I got pulled over in a car. It's fine.
If you had a car.
Yeah. Well, that's something I got to take care of sooner rather than later. Let me tell you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, cars for dick.
Yeah. I have to talk to Claire and Ivan and see if I can get like a Honda Civic or something.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
any of the ones that don't pass the muster.
Yeah.
Send it to dick. Oh, you got a Renault Clio.
Yeah. Well, that's that whole thing.
That would look stupid with a rocket launch on the back of it.
Yeah. Well, that's that whole thing. I'm always telling Yana from Project Constantine, stop telling people that you got another car and another car and another car, because in North America, people literally think you're getting Honda Civics, not pickup trucks, right? And Car for Ukraine, well, that's their name. So, okay, I'm just going to have to keep reminding people that they're trucks.
Yes. And also you keep saying they've got another car, you're going to start sounding like what's the name? You get a car, you get a car.
Yeah, Oprah, right? Yeah. And see, speaking of Oprah, do you remember when Dave Letterman hosted, I guess it was the Oscars or something like that, or whatever award ceremony, and he had Oprah Winfrey in the front and Uma Thurman in the front, and he kept doing that Oprah Uma joke over and over again, and it bombed so bad he kept doing it to make it funny, and it did work in the end. It really pissed Oprah off too.
I don't know that one.
Yeah,
I don't know that.
I never watch award ceremonies, but I watched when Letterman did it because he's a prick, and I figured he was going to piss somebody off.
Just bombing a joke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Oprah and Uma. Yeah, it was funny, man. Yeah. What else is going on in the world here? Not much. Remember our fundraiser. That's an important thing. I should bring that up here. Let's see here. I'll get a link.
Is it not a fundraiser?
I think if you go back to the root from Gaelic, it is. But at this point, we've just slung it through.
Yeah, I've gone back to the root of Gaelic, and that didn't turn out too well.
I think the root of Gaelic, when replanted, grows a whole bulb of Gaelic. So I think
that's garlic.
Oh, right. I don't know. Okay, so speaking of which, this video popped up in my feed recently. I can't remember if I talked about this on the show or if it was just in our private chat, but there was this guy and he was like, take your disposable waste from your vegetables and replant them and grow them. And he was all excited that a little chunk of potato after a season grew like 12 or 13 potatoes. And I couldn't believe that he was so excited about it because I was thinking, what did you expect? Did you expect it to like build you a condo or like?
I wanted to make a shepherd's pie.
Yeah. You ever keep a potato too long and you get those things and they start growing and stuff? Have you ever wondered what they are, buddy? I was shocked, right?
Yeah. But have you ever tried planting spaghetti?
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Yeah. I tried to get spaghetti to grow once, went out, planted in spring, and by fall, that old Italian lady was pissed off, man.
Apparently, I heard by an expert who works at a garden centre that you shouldn't grow vegetables from, waste, stuff from the supermarkets, because
Is
it
that
can grow
ripping
back.
somebody's patent off, and you shouldn't do that?
No, it's a fact. It's a fact that it can grow back diseased because of the because it's the supermarket ones. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose if you've grown them naturally in the first place, it's probably not so bad. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know about that, if that's true or not. But
well, you got quite a few things that you can buy at the grocery store that should grow another plant, but they don't, because they're purposely grown seedless, so that you got to buy the fucking seeds.
Well, them seedless grapes.
Yeah, right. Then again, a seedless grape is convenient, right? Especially if, for people with dentures and stuff. Right.
I must admit, though, when I was a kid, no one invented the seedless grape. You ended up having to spit them out all the time. I hated grapes, and all that. You got the kind of people who would eat grapes and they just crunch the seed. Oh, that would just wind me up.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so, go and plant a potato and be amazed at what happens. It's weird.
Yes. Isn't nature wonderful?
I mean, I guess for me, it's really stupid because I had grandparents that had a potato farm in Prince Edward Island. So I've heard of seed potatoes.
Yeah. What do you think those fucking eyes were that keep growing on it?
Yeah.
When you leave your potato in the back of the cupboard, you pull it out, it's got all these little bits growing out of it. What do you think that is?
Yeah. And well, see, the worst thing was too, and I mentioned this on the show earlier, what happened was I was stupid enough to watch the whole video on my actual YouTube account. And now this punk is just flooding my channel with his, I stuck the end of a carrot in the ground. Look what happened. I got shitty mutated carrots. Who cares, buddy?
I fucked a cat and now it's got kittens. What else can you grow?
Yeah, it's driving me nuts, man. I don't know if you guys more and more these days, my recommended feed is a mess. I don't want to watch almost any of it. I don't understand what's going on. How can YouTube be that confused? I know I'm confused, but how could YouTube be that confused? Come on.
Yeah, I noticed a thing came up in my recommendations the other day, and it was basically like a message from YouTube, and it was kind of like, are we giving you the right videos? Are these videos the kind of things you want to watch or don't want to watch, or they're completely irrelevant? Yeah, just asking for a friend.
Yeah. Or I got one thing. Would you like to customize your feed? I was like, cool. And it brought up all these videos I don't want to watch. And at the end, I hit done. And it said, here's your recommendations. And it just simply showed me all the videos I didn't click I wanted to watch. The fuck?
I love the thing when you're looking at your homepage on YouTube and it's got a video on there. I don't really want to watch it, and you click home again, and all the videos change apart from that one.
Yeah.
And you go, no, I don't want to watch it. You click it again. All the videos change apart from that one.
Yeah.
And it keeps going back. So, are you sure you don't want to watch it? No, really, it's quite good. Yeah. Go on. You want to. No. I'm not clicking on it.
And I find
at this point, I fucking refuse to click on it.
Oh, and it's even worse on my television. I have an NVIDIA Shield for my television, and I bring up YouTube. And across the top is the main recommendations. But then as you scroll down, they're more categorized out. So you scroll across the top and you don't want to watch any of it. So you scroll back to the beginning and start scrolling down, and it's all the same videos, but just under categories. It's what's the point, guys?
Oh, dear.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's getting to be frustrating, right? At this point, I'm not sure why I'm paying premium other than to make sure my son isn't watching all these, shave your balls ads. The last thing I need is to go into the bathroom to find my son with my razor stuck to his crotch because he tried to get
Maybe you should get him a Manscaped then.
Going, holy shit, that hurts worse than a zipper, man. Yeah. So I'm stuck paying. Oh well.
The funny thing is about the whole Manscaped issue is, when you look back at it, because we're of that age where this is a new phenomenon, and you think you don't have to think to yourself, it's like, why? I remember you used to get the adverts for, you get a Remington beard trimmer or whatever, or a razor, electric razor, or even if you want to be really freaky, you get those little things that do your ears. It's like now everything has to be hairless.
But maybe you just are looking to make sure that your partner enjoys their teabagging more. I mean, I don't know.
What's wrong with a little tickle? Yeah. Funny thing is, you grow a mustache and a beard. That's the funny thing. All the men, alpha men these days, they're all got mustaches and beards, but all the balls are clean though. So everything's reversed.
It's like suck, squeeze, bang, blow, floss.
Well, don't floss me bollocks. that would be silly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things,
I just think it's kind of funny how the fascination of trimming the bottom areas has become.
I mean, I'm not putting them on camera, so it really doesn't matter either way, right?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe Manscaped is owned by the people that own OnlyFans. And it's a way of tying it in, like, if I want to be one of those performers that, gets to work with the girl, I gotta, I wonder, like, I'm kidding, but, What else we got going on here?
Does that mean do we still get men with hairy backs? like we used to have in the good old days?
Oh, now I don't want to go to the beach next year.
Or not the hairy backs, just the shoulder. That sort of thing.
One.
just the one shoulder. You got you've got one of these t-shirts on, just like that little fuzzy hairs like just poking out.
Excuse me, sir. Why do you have a raccoon on your show? Oh, okay. Sorry, never mind.
Sorry, miss.
Oh God. Okay. Hold on a second here. We gotta do this.
And now for something completely different.
Right. I ain't gonna say it.
That would just bring us right back.
I know. We'll be right back to the same area again.
Yeah. Oh man. So. Where else do we go here? Because there was a couple of things I wanted to get to today on PubChat, but I've still got some of the running gags from earlier in my head. I can't switch myself around. Give me a second here to check. Oh, excuse me. Wasn't there? I'll never find it, so I'm not going to do this hum and haw thing and whatnot. There was a funny update to something we had brought up last week, and I can't remember. I meant to make a point to save it, but oh well.
But yeah, thanks for telling us.
Yeah, I know, right? I thought
hilarious segment. We'll turn this into a show.
Well, every now and then, if you give it a shot, it actually pops into your head, and other times it doesn't. And
no. Sometimes you actually start thinking about it. That's it. You're doomed to fail.
Yeah.
Now you can't think about anything else because your brain is now so concentrated on trying. Yeah. It's so focused on trying to think of the thing, and
still not helping. Oh no. I'm gonna take Ronnie Franken's advice and roll a joint though.
I had an interesting interaction with some folks on Facebook today.
Did you?
Well, because of this whole final experiment thing that's going on in Antarctica, there was someone who put a picture up, and it's like a panoramic view. All these people standing out in the fucking snow with the tripods and cameras and everything, and and because it was a panoramic, everyone's shadows were all like going in different directions, and so I posted, shadows in every directions. This is as fake as all the moon landings.
Boom! Explosion! Right?
Exactly.
That must have been awesome.
I had so many so many, like 3 of these globy types coming in. Rah, typey, angry, and it was like
hitting their Apple keyboards so hard they sound like mechanical switches, man.
I said, one of them goes, "Oh, somebody doesn't understand perspective," and puts in an image of something they took in the garden with shadows like conforming, pointing to
something another YouTuber told them actually makes sense in this moment.
I know exactly, and so I put, somebody doesn't understand equirectangular 360 camera images. And also a joke.
Yeah.
But again, I haven't even said that. There's somebody else came in. Oh, what were they on about? I'm just trying to remember now what it was they said. But try to explain. Try to explain what the image is or whatever. And I said, well, it's either a panoramic view or it's a 360 view that's been cropped. And he says, try panoramic. I said, I just did.
It was option 1, you moron.
I said, I just did. Says, would you like help off your high horse now?
Oh, wow.
But thing was, his name, his username on Facebook was Science Fact. So I had to put in afterwards, by the way, science doesn't prove facts.
It never did. That's a court of law. Thank you.
I just love it how the fact that some of these globy types are just so fucking.
Well, dude, let's give the people a little bit more of a primer here. So if you don't know, Dunk's a visual effects artist, but in the years prior to the whole digital revolution, he was a hands-on miniature building visual effects artist and whatnot as well. And so for somebody to be giving you a lesson on perspective is pretty fucking funny, man.
especially in visual effects terms, we used to do things called forced perspective.
Yes.
Where you actually had to fake the perspective in something to make it look like perspective.
Yeah. You put Tom Cruise closer to the camera than Nicole Kidman, and they're the same height.
Exactly. Yeah. So we did like visual effects shots of stupid things like of this guy building a rocket, and the rocket was like 6 inches tall with a gantry and everything. But you see, in the shot you see him like hammering, ging 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 ging, because he's far away. The model is close.
Yeah, remember Grover, Near and Far? It's like that.
It's like, I know how to fake perspective. Don't give me a lesson on perspective.
Yeah, I know it well enough to fool you, prick. Oh, those guys are awesome. I love that. I love that.
I mean, I used to have all these arguments with flat earthers and stuff in the past, but it is just so funny to have like similar kind of attitudes of angriness from people who are supposedly on the side of truth and rightfulness. Exactly, they're just so fucking into it. It's like they can't just step back for a minute. Yeah,
their first reaction is circle the wagons. It's easy.
Fire off all cylinders. Oh wait. See, the thing is, in my original statement where I said, all the shadows, all in different directions, as fake. This is as fake as the moon landings. I did actually point out in one of my comments. It says brackets hint. I don't think the moon landings were faked.
Yeah,
because my original statement stands true. It's as fake as the moon landings, as in It's real.
Next time, make it easier on them. This is as fake as the job that Kubrick did on the moon landings.
He was rubbish.
Yeah. Well, he was at home watching it, so I mean, what could he do?
Oh no, it couldn't have been Kubrick who did it. There'd have been 72 retakes.
Oh yeah. And then once the movie was edited, there would have been all the other reshoots again. And
We changed the ending.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah. Nothing better than somebody standing up and showing you how adjusted and well integrated into society they really are.
It's weird, isn't it?
Can you imagine these people acting that way in real life? You're at the till and somebody just off the top of their head makes a little joke and you're like, excuse me, but did you know?
Well, I think that is actually starting to happen. Because a lot of people are like, I just seem to use Facebook as I came here for an argument. No, you didn't. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And they're off. They're off. And I think that's probably where we saw the rise of the Karen come from. The same kind of people who would be on Facebook, taking something what somebody said, completely misunderstanding it and doing like a 10-minute rant.
Yeah.
And then that person has to reply and to counter the rant, and then it just kicks off.
But then the guilty party that was the jerk, right? The replier in the beginning, do they say, "Oh, sorry, my bad"? No, they double down.
Double down. Exactly. And it just gets worse and worse and worse.
Why can't you just face palm it off and go, wow, am I in a mood today? Better check my attitude. Thanks. Right? Why not? Gosh, what's wrong with people, man? I can call myself out any day of the week. No problem. It's called self-awareness. Try it on. Fits like a sweater,
Yeah.
Jesus. And scary thing is some of these people are like, parents and stuff, right? They're passing this on to others, right? Genetically or otherwise.
Yeah, they're probably not passing on because the kids are too busy arguing on TikTok.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's their parent.
Yeah. Child's born, about to be put in the incubator and isolated. Hold on, we've got an iPhone for it.
Yeah. Oh no, to be fair, or a Samsung.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Children are allowed to use Androids as well as Apple products.
That's true. They shouldn't, but they can. I'm just kidding.
But the thing is, you're not far off the truth. Though the amount of time you just be walking down the street and you see some young woman pushing the pushchair, and there's a little kid sitting in the pram, like probably hasn't even learned to walk yet, but they're like sitting there with an iPhone, watching something or playing something on the fucking phone. Like, Jesus,
I know. And there's
Christ.
no need of that, because when you're in a pram being pushed around, you're supposed to be experiencing the world around you, not, Flappy Birding out, right?
I didn't even have a fucking Etch-a-Sketch till I was 12. Do you know what I mean?
And you can actually draw. I mean,
not in straight lines going up, down, left, right. Stupid invention.
Yeah.
But yeah, just give him. And the funny thing is, aren't phones and tablets great things to give kids who are quite often throwing shit out of the pram?
Yeah,
or the pushchair.
Which are the ones that need the attention. So,
the amount of time
here I am saying this while my son's up in his room playing on his computer or doing some shit, but he's a teenager.
Yeah. That's what teenagers do. Yeah. I mean, the amount of times you walk around the town or whatever, and you're picking up like little kids' booties or toys or something. That's just chucked out. You never see them chucking out phones.
Exactly.
It should be like a trail of phones everywhere. All the kids have been chucking them out of the pram.
Well, you know, funny thing is you take a family of 5 who are very much into hand-me-downs, phones, not so much, because after like 3 years, they don't seem to even work very well anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Planned obsolescence? Of course not. They're making sure that, to make sure that the transparency in our new operating system works properly, we have to make your old phone work like crap. You're going to hate it. You're going to buy a new one, but we didn't intend that. No.
I don't understand how a lot of these families do this, because I mean, owning a mobile phone is not cheap these days. When they first came out, it wasn't cheap, was it?
Yeah.
But then they kind of like got cheap. Then they got all smartphonery.
Yeah.
And then the prices went up, from like
the subsidies
$100 to $1,000 to $1,200 for the phone.
The subsidies are pretty much gone now. So now they're real cabbage. And the idea was okay, yeah, the subsidies are mostly gone. So now we're pretty much buying the phone properly. But, a modern smartphone should last for 3 or 4 years. Nope, new one every 12 months. The operating system gets bumped to a point where the old hardware doesn't work, even though it could. There's no excuse for this. These modern phones are nowhere near as more powerful as they're trying to say to us. They aren't. And it's absolutely nonsense now. It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, there's no need of a new series of phones every year. The only reason is if they don't do it, somebody else will. Right? And we don't need new models every year. It's stupid.
Well, yeah. Well, you say that, but then what happens is, especially in the Apple community, because I don't follow any of the communities, so I can only use the Apple one.
Toxic now. You can't. It's just that your device sucks. Mine rules. My mom at dinner's on.
But what happens in the Apple community is like if Apple don't come out with a new version of a product within a year, it's like, what you doing, Apple? Why haven't you got a new product out? And they're bringing. I tell you what, then they'll bring a new product out. They'll bring a new iPad out,
and then they'll complain it's not new enough.
Yeah, it's just the same shape. What the fuck did you expect it to be?
Yeah, but it's Apple that really, really gave us this yearly update cycle, both in software with their operating systems and the hardware with the iPhones and iPods. They're the ones that did this to us, honestly.
They're definitely the ones that did the thing about the the operating system updates. But then again, they ended up doing for nothing. They're free.
Oh, there's the free part, but at the same time, Apple's so quick to update the operating system that companies that aren't that quick end up with drivers that don't work and stuff. And like right now, my Mac is 2 steps back in operating system to make sure all my gear works properly. And sorry, Apple, I don't want to go and spend $900 on accessories just because these drivers aren't updated so that I can have your new intelligence thing that I'm just going to turn off and try to stuff in the bin anyway. Like, it's just all too fast now. It's too much. Like, imagine companies like Samsung and whatnot. If nobody else was pressuring them, who in their right mind would continuously reinvent their product when they could just rest on their laurels for 3 years and collect profit? It makes no sense, right? All these companies would be better off if they just slow the fuck down.
Well, like Windows.
Not that slow.
No, it's funny because Windows, you feel like there's a new operating system coming out every year, because in the run up to it, all these changes, and then it gets released, and then, oh no, we're going to make these changes to the operating system because you didn't like the changes that we did to it, so we're going to roll back to, and then we're going to come out on another version of the same operating system next year, which is the same version but slightly different with more security update. It's just like there's a constant
you got year 1 where it's vaporware, year 2 where they got the name wrong, year 3 where they show you the GUI, year 4 where they fix it, year 5 when they release it, and year 6 when they actually get it right.
Yeah. Remember when Windows 95 came out? Came out in 95.
Yeah.
Wasn't that easy?
Yeah, exactly. Right. And it took 3 years to 98, another 3 years to 2001 for XP. I like that pace. That makes more sense for the consumer and everybody else.
It is kind of funny, though.
Yeah. Okay, rant. We need a rant button, There was a few people on the show that when they were watching from Rick's channel today, And they were like, hey, Rick, we need buttons. We need sound buttons. And I was like, oh, you guys want? I'll program them up some and send them over. And he's like, no, that's okay. And I'm like, no, you don't, no choice here. I was just totally messing with them.
Yeah.
It was funny.
I don't know why you bother streaming. You should just switch over to you.
Easy now. I can't do 27 hours a day. I swear, Rick is a Terminator, but in a very pleasant looking body. Rick is a Terminator. Yeah. He's the friendly Terminator, though. Once John, yet another John, fixed him up, right? Gave him a happy pill, whatever. I don't know. But Rick is unbelievable how he can do so much of that. And let's give credit where credit is due. Rick the Ukrainian's wife.
We don't do credit here.
Shut up. This is real. No. This is real. Rick the Ukrainian's wife must be one unbelievable partner to have him doing all the streaming he does, and it's not like a tense situation at home and she's not upset about it and all that and blah blah, because many would be. So let's give a round of applause to Mrs. Rick the Ukrainian. I was going to say Mrs. Ukrainian, but that's it. She didn't win a pageant, so it's Mrs. Rick the Ukrainian.
Miss Rick.
Yeah. Ricky's Missy.
Mind you, having said that, if say Miss Rick, sounds like there's a special pageant every year just for Rick's new missus.
Yeah. Oh no. Miss Rick 2024. Congratulations. Oh no, I'm gonna get told off in the background for that.
Nah, it's all right. He's all right. He's not watching.
Oh, but somebody's telling him right now.
No. He's gonna stop his stream and come over and slap you around a bit.
Well, he's got the link, so he could.
Yeah, he's got the link. He's on his stream of the minute. He's got a finger in his ears going, oh, hang on a second. Yeah. I've just got a message. Right, the stream's over. I'm going.
Yeah, somebody's over there right now going,
Dick Dawson said this and said this.
Doug said you're a prick.
No, he didn't.
And he hates you, and he thinks you smell, and you wear girls' socks.
Well, he's not that big. He might, right? Probably fit better. I mean,
oh dear.
But yeah.
I'm sure people are doing that. I'm sure people do that with us anyway. They're saying, they'll send messages to Greg or, Nick Suter and say, oh, yeah, what he said about you. Never said a thing.
Greg Terry has to call me once a day and say, look, I heard 7 things today. I don't care. Like,
yeah, only 6 of them are true.
Yeah. And 1 was under duress. So,
Well, drink.
I misspoke.
No, it was under a dress.
Oh, yes. I do remember that day. Yeah. I claim I fell over and I'm going to stick to it.
Oh, dear. What were we on about?
It's been one of those days where I can't keep a coherent thought together for more than about 70 seconds. I can't remember who it was in the other
fishy day.
Yeah. Somebody on the other show earlier called it the ADHD stream.
Oh God.
Yeah. I said, yeah, man, it's really hard to keep up. And he's like, I can't believe you can. And I said, yeah, and I'm producing this mess too. It was funny. Yeah. So what else is happening? Squirrel.
I was just trying to have a think.
Raven's got it.
I was having a think.
Oh, I do have to watch the time because I have to turn on the oven to prep my son's supper. I have to turn on the oven to prep my son's supper. I mean, wow.
Yeah, and if you're cooking it, he will suffer.
Yeah. Hey, I'm good. No way.
Putin's cat says, I wish Dunk would sell his avatar. To do what? What would it sell my avatar for? Yeah, my OnlyFans. Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe he's got a headless sex doll that he bought online and he just needs a head. I'd never forget that, man, that article you found, or PJ found, actually. Yeah. Guy was selling a lightly used sex doll, but he wasn't selling the head.
No. No, the head's a keeper. The body can go.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, man. Too funny. Yeah. Don Stellan in the chat there. Yeah, it was him that was doing the ADHD stream comment, I'm pretty sure as well. Just saw the name and I'm pretty sure that clicks right. It was, though. It was crazy fun. I think Johnny Pierce there just left after he was gone. He was probably walked into the room and the rest of his family were like, so that's an odd reaction to you being on a podcast. What was going on there? I just like to have fun, you know? There's a lot of places where everybody can go to be serious. And when I join other people's channels, if they're being serious about things, I just don't go into chuckle fuck mode. I mean, that wouldn't be very, you know, but wait, like I said,
you can sit and nod politely.
Yeah. But like I said to Johnny Pierce today when he was on the show, I mean, there's no rules. You want to be serious on the channel? Talk about something serious. Everybody will be serious with you and have the conversation. And then when we're done, somebody will probably fart and we'll move on, right? You never know. You know, there's no rules. It doesn't have to be light. Doesn't have to be heavy. It's just be yourself, contribute, and we'll see how it goes.
I mean, let's face it, you just look at the world at the minute. How the fuck can you take this seriously anyway?
I know. If I don't laugh, I'm gonna cry.
You know?
Yeah, and we got to give the Ukrainian mission their shout out too, because they ponied up to Shills Grand Master membership on the channel. So huge thanks there. Awesome.
Oh.
You know, that was awesome. Very cool.
Bless you.
That was like a hippopotamus-sized burp. Wow. I wasn't even wearing flannel, you know? I don't know. The fizzy drinks have really got me burping today. I don't drink pop because I can't handle it. All I do is burp. And it's funny that I like the taste of beer a lot. And beer's not the best thing for me to drink because I just be burping all the time. So here I sit with a microphone in front of me.
Fizzy.
Yeah.
It's kind of fizzy.
Exactly, yeah. Right? So here I sit with a microphone in front of me drinking beer that makes me burp. It's you can tell. I don't know if anybody notices, but my skills with the mute button are like legendary.
I don't know. I can still see your lips move.
I can kick you off the show. I have the button.
It's my show. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, you know, you'd still have to rejoin. We could play this, you know. Dunk would just fire up OBS on his side and inject his own show into YouTube. Oh yeah,
I'll just grab the live the stream key.
Yeah,
and just take it off.
Change it, switch to your own, put it out. I don't even know. I see your avatar. I think you know. Blah blah blah. That'd be funny.
Welcome to the Dick is a Dick show.
Yeah. That's never been said before.
I wouldn't do that. It sounds like fucking effort.
Well, it would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I was having my little theory about Apple Silicon and manufacturing issues, and that's why we haven't seen Ultra for 3, and so far we haven't even seen Max for 4.
I don't know. When you saying that just in private conversation?
Yeah, I'm not sure. right? But I have a theory that we haven't seen the badass Ultra chip, and there was even supposed to be one on top of Ultra that we never even got. And I think it's all down to manufacturing issues, and Apple's not owning up and being honest, because that could hit the stock price and all that. But funny thing is it's not Apple who manufactures them, it's TSMC. Apple just pushes them to their smallest die process. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm almost done. But I think that's why Apple's not doing the best with catering to the pro market right now, because I really think that they're limited and all their production has to go to the more consumer models. But we'll see, because I'm really, really stoked to see if we get some more of these badass chips, right? I'm still on M1, not M2, 3, or now 4. I'm still on M1, but I have the Ultra chip, which was, you have an M chip, the M1, then you have M1 Pro, which is a couple of M1s stuck together. And then you have M1 Max, which is a couple of Pros stuck together. And then you have Ultra, which is a couple of Maxes stuck together. So you get all these processor cores, and it's really powerful. But for the latest 2 generations of Apple chips, there's been none of those high-end ones. So mine still kicks the ass of what I could buy. So why would I buy it? It's weird. So there's got to be an issue, you know?
Yeah, it's probably down to the fact. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I mean, the fact they went down to like 3 nanometer.
Yeah.
As well. That's really, really high precision, and therefore probably a lot harder to make. And lots of bins.
Right, and the binning is, how much of the chip works, how much of it doesn't. So you could have an M4 Pro, but part of the Pro part of the chip is not good. So you just turn it off, and now it's an M4 regular. That's called binning, right? And that's how you get your model line, really. That's how it works. And I don't think that they can even be bothered to try and bin the high ones. And if you look at manufacturing, almost done here, sorry, but like in the PC world, you buy an AMD chip. It's got a little bit of a chiplet design, but it's basically your CPU. And then you go and you buy RAM memory, and you go and buy a GPU. All of that is condensed on the one die of the Apple silicon chip. And any one error in any of those parts renders it fucked up. And if you think that CPUs are just made and put out the door, at least a third of the production is like kind of crappy, and a third of it's pretty good. A third of it's almost a third is really good, and then a little percentage is the awesome, and that's where you get all your lines of CPUs. That's how it works.
It does concern me, this whole nature of binning chips. Because it's like, we'll use
garbage.
We'll use this bin chip, in this computer, blah blah blah. We'll put this bin chip in that computer. I want a completely unbin chip. Thank you very much. I want one that's absolutely. I mean, how many?
That's only the top of the line, right?
Yeah, but I wonder how many of those still got something slightly little wrong with it. But it's it works, and they probably use some kind of software thing within the chip to allow
actually
chips to work.
No, it's not in the software. That's how you decide your frequency, your speed. Because what you do is you dial it down to where all of your chips are stable. That's your speed. And then if you go into the world of PCs, like Gamers Nexus, Steve is an amazing example. He can use crazy tricks to overclock some chips more than others in the exact same product line, because they're not all equal. It's how overclockers prove that exactly what you said.
How do they check them though? I mean, it's not like they can actually put the chip into a computer
until you buy it.
Yeah.
Right. And even then, you've got to have a good enough motherboard to expose the high end little flaws. Right. It's crazy, man. But I like that stuff. I love this level of tech. I could talk this all day. So again, sorry if you don't know what we're talking about. We are moving on.
Yeah, bring back valves and transistors. At least we knew where we were.
Yeah. I want my computer to be the size of a house, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, at least it will be warm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And buzzing.
Yeah. But maybe somebody learned something there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you're listening, Apple.
Yeah.
You're listening.
Yeah. Well, if you're listening, Apple, uncouple the RAM from your damn chips so we can have sticks and upgrade it ourselves. Stop it.
No, you can have some.
Yeah, for the graphics and everything, right?
Yeah, you can have some on it, but allow us to stick some other ones in there.
Exactly. Yeah. You shouldn't be in charge of the hot dog I put in my bun.
I won't go into that euphemism. That's just brought horrible images into my head.
You and many others.
Too much mustard. Is that mayonnaise?
Might as well be.
Oh dear. How's it we can talk tech and still talk smutty?
Well, it's that whole thing. Your average man would be turned on by a description of transmission repair if they didn't have the visual for it being repaired and you were just talking about doing it. At least you should be.
Yeah, you don't see that on any of the tech channels out there. They're just getting smutty about tech.
Well, we used to. Remember that? What was her name? Naomi, the sexy cyborg. Remember that chick?
Oh, yeah.
It just kept inflating until you couldn't see her face anymore.
Yeah, that was the funny thing. The content wasn't smutty. It was just her tits.
Yeah. She just barely wore clothing. But she wasn't there to be sexy, supposedly. It was really weird. Yeah.
Even though she was called Sexy Cyborg.
I know. I wonder what happened to that girl. She never shows up in my feed. I got to search her after. Well, maybe in a different account because maybe she's on OnlyFans now. I don't know.
She wasn't much of a cyborg either. Very disappointing.
Yeah,
I don't think silicon counts as a cyborg, does it?
I remember. Yeah. Wrong silicon. Yeah. But then I remember one of her last videos that I ever saw. Her knockers had gotten so big that she was like this with her arms way out in front and wrapped back around trying to touch the object in front of her. And I don't think she could see what was in front of her on the table without looking at a monitor because the camera was pointing down from above. I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, because she used to solder shit together and all kinds of stuff.
Dude, that's what she was doing.
How the hell can you do it?
Yeah, globular masses in front of her. Like it was just ridiculous.
I've soldered something together. I'm going to plug it in and find out what it does.
Yeah, she was crazy. Yeah. Oh, funny. I remember she bought a Jackie Chan computer in China and shipped it to, I think his name is Neil from the Retro Man Cave, RMC The Cave. And it's a Jackie Chan home computer. Yeah.
What branded under his name?
Yeah. He's all over the packaging and everything. But inside of it, it's just a Nintendo Famicom, a Nintendo NES that also has a keyboard attached to it so it can run a basic cartridge. That's all it was.
Right.
It was
It's a bit like the My Chemical Romance Fruit Loops then.
Well, no, but it was for China. It was a big deal because it was the only way for them to get around the video game ban was to turn it into a home computer.
I mean the Jackie Chan bit, put him on the box.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. But yeah, that's why the whole thing existed. It was really strange product. And then in the underground in China, you would buy this bootleg cartridge that had like all the Mario games and stuff that you could put in it and play. Right. But in the real market, there was no video games for it, just educational stuff. It's a very strange thing. Yeah. I'd like to have it. I just want the box, not the thing, just because it has Jackie Chan's face on a computer product. That's weird, right? I like it. You know, it's not really weird if you think about his role in the Cannonball Run movie he was in, because he was the computer geek in the car, right? That was weird. Yeah, okay, it is weird.
Yeah, no, that doesn't really help things.
No, it made it worse, didn't it?
Mm.
yeah. Well, he did kick some ass in that movie a little bit, I think. I don't know. I can't remember.
I bet you'd love to go to Hong Kong though, and just like, have a spoach around some of the Hong Kong tech shops.
Yes, I could spend a week doing that, man.
Yeah.
Easy. Oh yeah.
Just circuit boards and shit. Just like
yeah.
in a big bin.
Yeah.
$5.
I would have to have like my own Lear jet to fly home with for the luggage, because I would just, it'd be awesome.
Shit you'd bring back.
Oh yeah, I'd love that kind of thing. I would want to get together and see a couple of the strange factories where you can make things privately and stuff, the way that like Alan Sugar made the Amstrad stuff back in the day in the UK and whatnot. I'd want to see a couple of them too. It'd be really neat to see how quickly they can like flip a production line from one crazy product to another and things. Whereas like in America, when I worked, or in Canada here, when I worked at a car plant, it would take us like 9 hours to switch a production line over or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really good at cranking shit out like that.
Yeah.
Bunkers.
It's funny too, because in the early days of cars in Japan, Mr. Toyoda, it's not a T in the family, it's a D. He came over and learned from Ford and GM of, how to really build a car properly. And then in Japan, they started building cars and they were doing okay. And they sent their first one over, the Toyota Princess or whatever it was called, and it was garbage. And so they learned and they figured it out, and they finally cracked the American market. And then it got to the point where the Japanese cars were the symbol of quality, and everybody knew that like GM and Ford, well, they did their best. It was,
yeah, 10 out of 10 for a trying.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny how they did that so fast, man.
Yeah.
Like Jay Leno always says, engineers are the ones that'll truly save the planet. I agree.
They say that. Not too sure.
Well, they're the ones that actually do. Right? So, as in like get something done,
Yeah, just unfortunately you got fucking idiots and governments getting in the way.
Yeah. Very much.
See, the thing is, you get engineers that come up with the idea. You've seen it already in kind of like climate control and stuff like that. And there's some engineers that will come up with great schemes, like artificial trees that could suck the carbon out of the atmosphere, sort of thing. And other engineers will look and say, "This is just a fucking scam,
it's rubbish." Yeah.
And yet they'll get the money from the government to follow through, and billions gets put into it, and it turns out it's shite. Yeah.
But speaking of shite, the whole idea of carbon credits and the way businesses can sell them and pass them around is a joke. You got some company that has carbon credits, but nothing in their business model would ever get them to produce carbon. And they can sell the carbon credits to other companies so they can produce more carbon than they're allowed to. And somehow this is good for the environment.
Right? Damn it. Because I was getting my wife a carbon credit gift card for Christmas. Now I know it's a bad idea.
Yeah, but it's hilarious how everybody goes, oh, yeah, like Apple Computer, they love to tell us they're going to be carbon neutral and this and that and blah, blah, blah. Then why are you making my 3-year-old phone obsolete? Right? Relax your software a bit and make it so I can have my phone for 6-7 years. I don't care if I get the little transparency in the operating system. I just need the security to keep the damn thing working. Right?
Yeah, the whole the carbon credit thing is a bit like doing your tax return and offsetting some of your earnings to your partner.
Exactly. Yes, it's a complete scam in a way, you know. And it also worked. It's funny. So, like Volkswagen owns Lamborghini. So Lamborghini can have higher polluting cars, but Volkswagen's little Polos and electric thingies and stuff offset the overall company's footprint. Now, some people scream bloody murder about this because some of these fancy V12 cars and stuff put out like 3 times the emissions that a Volkswagen Golf does. Yes, that's true. But a Lamborghini, insert name here, Aventador or whatever, gets driven like a couple thousand miles in a year tops, whereas a Golf has 12,000, 15,000 miles a year put onto it minimum. So do the math and fight the fight. Right? You know what I mean? The higher, like some people go, oh, these race cars, oh my God, you know, they don't even have catalytic converters. This is awful. Yeah, but there's 20 cars in Formula One and they race 24 races that aren't even 2 hours long. Do the math. It's nothing. Relax, you know. It's funny. You know, I mean, you gotta do it proper, right? And then the Formula One teams, you can't be bitching about them because they're spending massive amounts of money on sustainable fuel research right now because they're switching to sustainable fuels in just a couple of years. So we all get the results of that, right? It's not that, you know.
Yeah. It's a bit like the space program as well. You know, people moan about that. The amount of money that's actually being spent on space programs is insignificant. But it's one of the first things. We should be sending rockets up. Oh no, it's a waste of money.
Yeah,
you could have homed a homeless person.
Yeah. But then when you look at it, you know, Elon himself could just fund SpaceX out of pocket for how long without ever bringing in $1? I mean, come on, if you want to bitch about things like that.
Well, I mean, let's face it, he could end homelessness. But
drop of a hat.
Drop of a hat, clicking his thumbs. It'll be done.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a house.
The idea that somebody could be worth $400 billion and a whole whack of people in the world salute them as if that makes them cool. What would make him cool is if he was worth $2 billion because he was constantly giving back to society. That would make him cool.
Yeah, it does make him cool in the eyes of all the young ladies who like to get their hands on his $400 billion.
Yeah, it turns out that the money roll isn't very big.
Yeah, it's in $1 billion notes.
Yeah. Well, Grimes met a rapper and she bailed, right? So, you know.
Yeah, funny that. Funny that how the billionaires always get the pick of the pretty ones.
Yeah. I wouldn't put Grimes high on my attractive list. Good musician.
I suppose not.
No, not my type. I
don't think she likes you much anyway.
I wouldn't doubt that after what I just said.
No, she dislikes you even less now.
No, but I don't mind her tunes. I mean, it's not my style, but you know,
I'm thinking to say her tits.
Yeah, dude, you know, come on.
That's what you were going to say.
She's not my style of tunes at any rate, you know, for sure. But
I don't think I've ever heard her, listened to her.
Well, I have a couple times, and she's not my style of musician in any rate. But I don't put her in the category that I do a lot of other people that, you know, have to have their songs written for them and all that kind of stuff. I see Grimes as a real artist, and you know, respect for sure. You know.
Respect, not love, just respect.
Yeah. I don't have to like it to, you know, be happy that somebody's a real musician and not just another fucking.
Yeah, you don't give my singing any respect.
No, that's true.
So you just failed your argument.
I think I just proved it.
God, everyone's a fucking critic around here.
Yeah. I know. What do we got here? How long have we been going? About an hour or so?
Oh, it feels like 3.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been telling Annette, and I stand my ground. I still don't think it was the best idea bringing you around here.
You never asked. I just showed up.
Yeah. One day I woke up, came downstairs, opened the closet to get a jacket to go outside and have a cigarette, and he's got a bed in there and everything. It was,
When we going live, Dick? When we going live?
yeah. It's like, who is this little Yoda person in my home?
I'm only here to just keep your ego in check. Make sure it doesn't get too inflated.
Yeah.
I'm here to pop it every now and then.
Yeah, I need an effect where my head gets bigger.
Well, I can do that.
Yeah, and then Dunk just has a little pin that he uses.
If I could be asked, I would do that right now.
That'd be funny, but can't be. So, oh man. Let's see here. There was that movie, the Witches movie or whatever, that came out and it had the porn link on the box for the toys and everything.
Oh, the Wicked box. Yeah,
that's it. Wicked. Yeah. So that's like a kids movie, right? Isn't that, or is that like for adults that are now grown up kids?
I think it's a bit like Harry Potter. It's actually a kid's story, but it's all sort of been blown up into all the Broadway musical and all that kind of stuff. So lots of adults go to it and they love it, and it's so great. Yeah, I couldn't give a fucking flying fuck about it, but yeah.
Did anybody watch it out there in the chat? Did anybody even watch that movie? Is it any good? What's going on there?
Don't know.
Yeah,
you grab it and find out.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's all right.
I think so.
Just not my cup of tea. I much prefer Zardoz. If you're gonna do a spin-off of the Wizard of Oz, Zardoz is my cup of tea. That's the one with Sean Connery walking around in underwear.
Wasn't Terminator a spin-off of Wizard of Oz? The Tin Man, and isn't that?
No. It was stolen from Holland. No. Yeah, it was stolen from Holland Ellison.
I don't watch enough movies. I really got to get caught up.
No, you don't. I was going to make a reference earlier about what were you talking about? I can't remember what it was now, but I was going to make a reference to Young Frankenstein, but you haven't seen that either. So
Gene Wilder, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I know the movie, but no, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. You should.
I agree there. I think that's something I should see.
I mean, you are a Mel Brooks kind of like fan, so
I'm also a Gene Wilder fan from him.
He wrote it, so
really?
Yeah. How much better could it possibly be?
Wow. Yeah, because Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, when I was a kid, were a badass combination for a couple of flicks there.
They were funny.
Oh, yeah.
The weirdest combination you could possibly think of, but they just like coffee and cream. They just went together.
I think Stir Crazy was one of the first 5 R-rated movies I saw as a kid. I convinced my mom. She and what she would do is drive my friend Mike and I into the theater, and she would get us into the adult movies, and then she would just, when the movie started, walk down the aisle and go out the exit and go off and go shopping and pick us up at the end. It was awesome. I think that was one of them.
Yeah, it's Stir Crazy. Hang on, who was that guy who directed that? Oh. That was a black actor. Oh God, I can't remember his goddamn name now. I couldn't believe it. It was directed by this guy. But anyway, yeah, Stir Crazy is that one. No, well, no. But
No, because there's not a murder scene in it, is there?
no, it goes into that whole sort of like the rodeo sort of thing. It's like one of those movies that has like a really strong beginning. We don't know where it's going now, and then we'll just do half the rest of the movie about something else.
That's one of the scenes that's burned into my mind. Them rolling under a board or something in the yeah. That's one of the few scenes I can still even remember. I haven't seen this movie since forever. I'm downloading it tonight. I am
with the big huge guy. You know, the big huge bold guy.
Oh,
he was like the silent kind of like he was like everybody was scared of him in the prison. But
the
Gene
tiger
Wilder
guy
like
from Buck
befriends him.
Rogers, probably.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But Gene was like befriends him. It's so funny. Everybody's scared of him.
Yeah, and some people in the chat are saying Silver Streak. That's another one that I remember them from. Exactly. Yeah.
And hear no evil, see no evil.
That's yes, exactly right.
I like that one. I really like seeing it. Again, that's another one that just spins off into this like jaunt about gold coins or something.
Well, they probably had wow, what just happened? Sorry. I just literally one of my browser windows just exploded into some, oh my gosh, have you seen that we can do this? I don't know what just happened there. Stream Elements, you're about to get dropped to the curb. If you do that to me again, I'm going to flip right out. Sorry, everybody. Hold on. I've had it with this service. They give me the alerts to some of the donations as anonymous instead of having the person's name on it, and all kinds of stupid crap. Starting to piss me off. Okay.
Well, rant over.
Yeah. But damn it, the last thing I need during a live stream is one of the services to shit the bed. Come on, man. I got 3 huge high-res screens of information going on in front of me. I've got, not even including my keyboard, I've got so many faders and buttons and blah, blah in front of me going off. It's not, the last thing I need is somebody fucking with my shit, Damn it. All right, here we go.
And now for something completely different.
Super chats.
Good idea. We got Darren Vaughn in the super chat here. Round of applause. Thank you. Slavian Rush. To say that Darren Vaughn is a fan of Slavi is an understatement.
And Rush.
That's true. And not Rush the band, but that little bottle of thing that you would sniff when you were like 12 years old thinking you'd get high. No, I'm just kidding. He means little dark bottle with a red cap. They used to sell it in the Toronto head shops. It was called Rush, and people would sniff it as if they were doing drugs. And I think you were just like, sniffing
what was it?
Fragrances, or I don't know what it was, man. I used to just a couple of my buddies thought it was cool, and it's just like, you're morons. I'm not doing that. No way. Just a headache in a bottle.
Yeah.
But it was something you could buy at the head shop in Toronto to think you were cool. The same guys that bought Rush bought Spanish Fly because they thought it would get their girlfriend to finally undo their zipper.
Ugh.
No shit. When I was a kid, there was like a few 13 and 14-year-olds that really thought that would actually fucking work. And every one of them, I'm sure, is in jail right now. So,
You mean the zipper on the back of their dress?
Yeah. No, probably on the side of their boots. Oh, no. No, I'm not bringing the foot in. I'm not bringing in the foot.
No feet.
No. Use your imagination. There's a foot.
You forget we're European. We do everything metric here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So,
No feet.
Yeah.
Just meters.
There's 2/3 of a meter.
1/3 of a meter.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate. You're right.
No, it is more accurate.
Yeah.
It's exactly. That's exactly what it is. More accurate.
Yeah. As a Canadian, I should know this because I live trapped between both systems, right? You know.
Well, you can work it out yourself. There's
3 feet to a yard.
There's 2.54 centimeters in an inch. So if you've got 12 inches, how many centimeters is that, Dick?
I'm sorry, what?
There's 2.54 centimeters in an inch. So if you've got 12 inches, which is a foot, how many centimeters is a foot?
You know, it's a whole whack of them, dude. Yeah. 12, 24, 6, 30, right? You know.
Ish.
Yeah. That's what I usually do is just round shit off, and that's close enough.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
You know, it's that whole thing where when I'm trying to like build something with like a tape measure and a pencil and a piece of wood and a saw, I do the lines and then I can't remember if I'm supposed to leave the line or cut the line. And so sometimes you cut the line, sometimes you leave the line. And before you know it, you've built a birdhouse that looks like it was designed by Pablo Picasso near the end of his fucking life, right? You know, I'm the worst for that stuff. You know, it's just not my thing. But I can build you a schematic for something electronic pretty easily. You can't draw it, but you know. See, yeah, Mike 71 says about 30 and a half. Well, that's where I ended up about. So, you know.
Yeah, well, you can do abouts if you want.
I live in about. So you're kidding me? You know.
I mean, you can do it properly if you wanted. It is actually 30.48. So there you go.
Ish.
About.
Oh, ish. You know, like I always say, like everybody on the Shills team will know. I always say, "Hey, I'll be home around 12-ish." Right? It's more accurate. Is I'm never going to be correct. you know? To me, ish is about that much.
Oh, about a penis.
Yeah, hold on. No, but we got
about one penis.
Yeah, but hold on a minute. Wait, because we got to go back to the beginning of the show. It's a perspective thing, right? So
your penis is getting bigger. Oh. Now let's try that with your penis. Oh, it's getting bigger.
Hold on a second here. I just had it gold plated. Fucking hurts, man.
Yeah, just to whip it out and pull it up.
Yeah.
Yank it up into the camera.
Yeah, she gave me a piece of leather to bite on and said, "This is gonna hurt."
Oh dear.
What do we got here for time? Oh, 5:25. 1 second here. I got to turn on the oven. I've been watching for this.
Here's Dick. He's off to turn on the oven. Turn on the oven. Turn on the oven. What is Dick cooking in the oven? I hope it's not a bag of dicks. I don't know. You should have put the fucking thing on a timer so it just does it automatically. Eh? Come on, modern guy, Mr. Tech, Mr. Technology. Can't you just like do a timer? No. Just to leave us all waiting. Oh dear. All right, I'm going to look at the chat, see what's going on in there. What are you talking about? What are you lot talking about in there? Oh, you're all talking amongst yourselves. Oh, we did have someone point out. Yes, the director of See No Evil, Hear No Evil was Mr. Sidney Poitier. That was the dude's guy I was desperately trying to remember. Sidney Poitier. You can imagine it. You know, Dick, you weren't supposed to get in the oven. You're supposed to go and turn it on. How hard can it be to turn an oven on? There he is.
Yeah, figured I'd see a man about a horse and pop in on Colossus and make sure he's okay too.
Colossus. Gigantor. Megatron.
Yeah. Here, a shout out to Darren Vaughn in the chat for a super chat here. He says, invite Slavy. Oh, I did. But, some days work out and other days don't. Yeah. I was hoping she could be around today, but it didn't quite work out. Too bad here. Now, everybody, I am about to monopolize things for 1 second because I have a shout out that I want to make sure I give some serious cred to. Joe Medley. Joe Medley just threw $110 direct donation through the Shills. And the message says, Merry Christmas, Dick.
Aww.
Joe, there's no way I could thank you enough. Absolutely not possible.
You could try.
And you've actually got seriously good timing. So I'll tell you that as well. But huge thanks, Joe. Everybody give Joe a little, heart in the chat there. Because
big wet kiss.
Yeah, very much so. Thanks, Joe. That's awesome. Give a shout out here too to Heather Wiley as well. She sent up some amazing t-shirt items and a couple other gifts as well for my son here for Christmas, which is really cool. My son is a massive fan of all things Mexico, and Heather's in Mexico, so he's gonna flip right out.
Yeah.
He's gonna be loving that.
She sent you some illegal immigrants.
Oh yeah, my house has never been so clean. It's amazing. I'm sorry.
This is how we do it, Trump. We skip America. Yeah. We skip the border there, and we just go straight across right to Canada.
Yeah. Could you imagine if I had 3 illegal immigrant Mexicans living at my house? We'd all just sit around getting high, getting drunk all day. I'm just kidding. Actually, we would.
No, you'd be getting high and drunk, and they'd be doing all the hard work.
No, they would drink tequila and laugh at me for not being able to.
You're being a racist stereotype.
Yeah. No, we get, because we have orchards and vineyards all around where we live. We get a lot of Mexican folk up here every year working and stuff. And I like those cats. They're really cool cats. Definitely. When I play a little tease with Mexicans and stuff, it's only because I love them. Right.
So how are they getting there? Are they coming direct from Mexico, flying up to Canada?
Well, they're going to have to now.
Or they're traveling up through the States.
They're going to have to now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's up here. We've got this whole program because traditionally it was like some kind of weird passage of honor where kids that were graduating high school in Quebec would pop out to where I live and pick fruit for the summer. And that was sort of their, get out of Dodge and party, and you just live in the orchards, and you move from the south of the valley up to the north as the picking goes. And then you go home with a shit ton of cash in your pocket because you didn't even have to pay rent or anything. Right.
Yeah.
That slowly has burned out over the last 10 years. So the Canadian government and whatnot got together, and we found out that Mexicans would love to come up here and replace that labor force. And so that's what's been going on. And they've
dug a tunnel underneath the United States.
Yeah. They call it the Trump tunnel. Yeah. But they're badass, awesome dudes, man. It's really cool. And it's funny as hell because when they first started coming up here, pot wasn't legal. So you would always find them trying to find somebody that's got some grass or something because they just want to have a little fun after work, right? But now that it's legal, every year when the summer hits and the fruit season kicks in, I always see a couple of those guys in the pot shop when I go in. And my son will be with me.
You just see a little cloud over the vineyards.
And well, my son will be with me, and he starts talking Spanish to them, and they're like, "Hey, this crazy kid knows what we're talking about, man!" And they love him, and it's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're the best.
But the thing is, does Felix actually understand Spanish, or did he say some Spanish lines that he's remembered?
No. He knows enough to say hi, how are you? And they say hi, nice to meet you, or whatever. And then he says a couple other things, and then that's when they go, "Oh, I see what's going on here." And not one of them has ever been anything but unbelievable to my very on the autism spectrum son. And they play along and just talk to him back, and everybody says hi and stuff. I mean, seriously, there's a whole shitschwack of native people in my area that aren't anywhere near as cool. So
yeah, but do they think he understands Spanish, and they just start babbling on in Spanish, and so Felix is standing there like nodding and
yeah. Well, that does happen.
Yeah. He's got no idea what they're saying.
Yeah, but I usually turn and go, guys, little bit, right? You know. They get it right away. Yeah, yeah. It's funny though. They're awesome dudes. Awesome dudes. Yeah. You know, sometimes so like I tease Australians and stuff too. I got to make sure every now and then I get that on record. I'm not actually a jerk. I just know they're cool enough to take it, right? You know?
Oh yeah. Well, Australians, they're a kind of odd bunch. They can take it, but also at the same time, they won't like what you're saying about them and start hitting back.
No.
So I don't know.
Australians in Canada, you can always tell one because they have a backpack, right? And
or they're working in the bar.
yeah. Well, in the orchards around here too, man. Australians come up to our area and they hit the cherry orchards, and they can make themselves $500-600 America in a 7-hour shift, and then hit the beach and party. It's they're so good at it. Crazy. And they all come up here and they're these lean, muscular machines. And I'm like, yeah, I'll see you on the beach after, man. Oh, yeah.
No, you shouldn't say that because it sounds like you're cruising.
Hey, to be honest,
at your age, you don't want to be saying that to like a young, gorgeous Australian dudes.
Yeah. Hey, just being honest, you know. I'm completely comfortable with who I am, so I can say that. It's cool.
Oh, dear.
Oh, it's funny.
I'm trying to think of something else to say that's not going to start sounding insulting and horrible.
I got to point out that Ozzy T is in the chat, and it's all true with a big laugh, man.
Well, it is true.
Yeah. I remember like 12, 13 years ago or whatever. I met these couple Aussies that had hit the valley, and I was waking up and I was like, it was brutally hungover, and they're knocking at my door at like 8 a.m. Come on, we're going into the indoor rock climbing place. Let's go. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. What's going on? You guys drank more than I did last night. Come on.
Yeah.
You know? I did go, you know, but.
Yeah, they're crazy fuckers. They really are.
Yeah. Very Canadian, though. We understand each other really well, Aussies and Canadians.
Yeah. Well, like very, very similar kind of people. Apart from the fact that they all got shipped to Australia, in prison barges, and you did it voluntarily. but still colonial, colonialists.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Descendants from prisoners or God Squad. We're all flawed in our own ways.
Yeah. But still, welcome to British rule.
Oh, dear Lord!
until they said, nah.
Okay,
fuck off.
Okay, somebody post a poll. Should we stop him now or what?
Roll, Britannia rolls her ways. Well, we did once upon a time.
Oh no!
in the olden days.
Oh, what's it called? The Common Welsh? Is that what they?
The common sheep. God save our gracious King. La, 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 la. Yeah, it's not going there.
Oh man.
Yeah, Heather White says so. Dink rules dick. I've measured it a few times, but
around here, everybody who rules is judged by the size of their Sporran. we had this classic Canadian TV show, our TV commercial way back in the day for a check cashing service called Money Mart. And it was the tagline was, because the world judges a man by the size of his Sporran, the Scottish little purse, you know.
Scottish little purse.
Yeah, it's that thing that keeps your kilt from going above your pecker, right? You know.
Scottish little purse.
Well, that's where you put coins, right?
Make it sound so gay when you say it like that.
Hey, you're the ones wearing kilts. It's just...
And little Scottish purses over the top of them.
Can't snuff it.
Actually, a Sporran is actually crap for putting anything in. Apart from anything else, it looks really bad when you're scrabbling around inside your Sporran to try to get something out. It just looks like you're trying to scratch your balls from behind a mask.
Shelley Winters in the chat just pulled complete Mrs. Subliminal cock purse.
Well, the thing is, like they're like really flat and kind of like thin. So you
can barely get a lipstick in one. I mean,
yeah. So if you've got like coins in the bottom of them, you got to like really like reach in and you
got to do a little spot grip trying to get one.
Yeah, exactly. I used to keep my tobacco in mine, but you know, because that was easy. But little Scottish purse.
If I used the Sporran to keep tobacco, I'd have to go and refill it every 4 beers. You know.
Oh no! I had a bigger. Yeah, you talk about the size of the Sporran. I had bigger Sporran. I could handle me tobacco. Not. I think what you're thinking of is like, well, you really are talking about little Scottish purse, little tiny little bag, a little tiny bag. You gotta have a decent sized Sporran.
How many times do I have to say this shit?
Thing is also Sporrans. They're not actually always that much bigger than another man's Sporran. It's just they've got a massive fucking beard hanging off the Sporran. There's really long, fluffy ones. It's just my pubic hair on the outside.
If my wallet ever grows a beard, I'm gonna be upset. You know, where the fuck did I just put my hand? What is this?
Oh dear.
Oh, that's funny. I have to check and make sure that my oven heated up and stuff. So give me like 45 seconds here.
Dick's going back to the oven. He's going to go and check the oven and wonder what the temperature will be tonight. Is it hot or is it cold? Or did he forget to switch it on? Oh, fuck. Me pie's cold. You see, we managed to get convinced Dick to get a little fridge behind him. Maybe we should convince him to get a little oven behind him as well. just a whole little kitchenette, so he doesn't have to get up midstream and go and do something else again. Yeah. So you can do this a lot easier on the Ukraine update show, but when he's got quite a large panel. He says, "All right, yeah, I'll be back in a minute, and just you can just like walk away and just leave them all to it, nattering away. On this one, it's a little bit different because it's just little old me here, and I've got to try and fill in while he's bugging off. I don't have anyone else to talk to. Sad old me. Did you put it on?
Yeah,
Was it all right?
well, it was up to a thing, so I had to put the stuff in because you don't heat up an oven just to let it sit there on its own, right? You know,
stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of recipe are you following? Switch the
British
oven
one.
on. Put the stuff in.
Yeah, I'm following a British one. You put stuff in, and then when it beats, you pour gravy on it and serve, right?
I'll just go down to the grocery store. Can I have a bag of stuff, please?
Wasn't that what they serve at Little Chef? I mean,
well, yeah, actually, you're not far off. Little shite.
Don't fuck with me. I can do this. I know your words, bitch.
It's such a shame you never got to experience a Little Chef. Oh, dear God. How dreadful.
What did Jeremy Clarkson say one day? I went to Little Chef and I had some kind of mash in a cup, and it was kind of like shredded scrotum with mayonnaise or something. I don't remember what he said, but yeah.
Oh, I remember the recipe.
Yeah.
It's basically Little Chef was basically all the crap frozen food. You go to like a frozen food store and you can get like fish fingers and or like potato waffles and shit like that. Basically, what the Little Chef was a bit on the side of the road which heated up all the frozen shit you could buy in these stores. and drop them on a plate. You probably get some baked beans with it to go with it, but it was just always just crap.
Yeah,
it really was.
Yeah. There's so many.
It's one of those places where you hear the kitchen go ping every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be my meal ready then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Every time you hear the microwave ding, you're like, fuck, I don't want to see my waitress. Okay, what do we got here for time? Okay, I'm okay still. I do have to do up a couple of things that take more effort than just sticking a thing in the oven, but I'm okay still.
Yeah, it's like the fourth time you mentioned how are you doing for time. It's like you're obsessed with time.
Well, today it went so fast that I thought we had 30 some minutes left, and I was like, "Holy fuck, we got to wrap up now, or I'm in trouble." And then Rick decided that he had 30 minutes to say.
that was so funny.
Always happens. Always, yeah. Somebody always does it.
It was so funny when Rick goes, "Oh, and I had something else to say. Was it?" And I come in. Was it goodbye?
Yeah. But that's that thing where Rick's monitoring his channel and didn't quite catch what I said, and it was just like, "Oh, my turn then." No, wrong turn. But yeah.
Oh dear. Thing is, you got to start doing the closing statements for everybody like half an hour before you think you're going to do the closing statements for everybody.
No, what I need is a 1 minute shot clock that comes up on the screen instead of their name and go, "Okay, you got 60 seconds, go," right? And all that sort of, yeah. Because we know from experience, putting the shot clock on the 42 show keeps us on pace, right? It does work. It's right in funny. So let's see here. We got about 15 some minutes left or whatever. Was there anything? I'm still trying to give myself a minute to remember the thing that I forgot and tried to remember and failed on. And yeah,
it didn't work. Help.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah. It was probably brilliant as well.
Oh, life-changing. I'm sure NASA would have, paid me for the patent, but it's gone.
Was it world peace?
I was about to cure racism, but it's
you can't cure racism.
Yes, I can. I just need enough bullets.
You just need to fuck enough people so they're all the same color as you.
No, the bullet sounds easier, dude. To be honest, that's exhausting.
We'll never cure racism. So yes, we're all the people that say, "Oh, I'm not racist." They are. It's just the different ways that they portray it.
No, I disagree there. I think there's a lot of people that aren't racist that just enjoy the odd racist joke because you're not actually picking on somebody. And what you're hoping for is for somebody to go, "Oh yeah, you fucking Canadian, blah, blah." And then everybody can have a laugh and go on to the next topic. The world needs to get back to the point where humor is actually humor and insults are insults. Humor isn't insulting unless it's meant to be.
Well, let me explain myself a little bit better because you can be racist without it being hurtful to somebody. So say you're a white dude, you suddenly are faced with a black guy, and so your brain switches and say, "Well, I'm going to make sure I don't say these things because they're disrespectful, and I'm going to be positive towards his color. Not mention it. I won't mention it." And so
You're such an impressive cock, sir.
So therefore, you've automatically become racist. Not a nasty racist. But
you're so scared.
You're still,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's still racism of a form. When the day comes when you can just meet anybody from any part of the world, doesn't matter what they look like, what their skin tone is, and you don't have to even think about it inside your head. That's when the world is no longer racist.
I remember a time years back. I was like 20 years old in Vancouver, and we were playing some scrub football with a group of dudes, and a couple of the dudes were like prospects for the BC Lions. It's called the CFL. It's like the NFL, but different and colder. And the one guy says, "Okay, here, flip a coin for quarterback or on the team or whatever." And the one guy backs up and he goes, "Well, it can't be me." We're like, "Why?" "Well, black guys aren't quarterbacks in football." It was so funny the way he did it. And that's how life should be. Relax, who cares?
And also don't be offended if someone is incorrect in something that they said. What's the way of putting that?
It's okay to be wrong. You don't have to be an asshole to them.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Right? You don't have to. And I would say as a last thing here on this kind of thing is, when you're on social media and you see a post from somebody and you're like, "I don't think I agree with that," it doesn't mean you hate them. Right? It doesn't.
What do you mean? Look, give an example.
I have no example on that other than people seem to get on social media a first impression due to one post or one sentence or whatever, and they just go, "No, I hate you." Come on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just making an automatic assumption because of something
based on that criteria, you would hate your parents and your brothers and sisters. Come on, right?
Well, we've seen that on this channel sometimes. We've had people like followers who are yonks, and then you say something it's a joke,
yeah,
and instantly that's it. I'm out.
Happened a couple of weeks ago. And
Yeah.
the person got mad about something that I didn't actually say. They just weren't paying attention enough and took something the wrong way.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you got a villain thing.
You were quoting somebody else.
Exactly. And they probably went around on social media and told 20 people that I'm an absolute piece of shit. And they missed the part that I was telling you what somebody else said. Come on.
Same as YouTube was like slam the channel for medical misinformation when you're debunking it.
I know.
Like, you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, give us a break. Or at least give us well, I wouldn't say YouTube, but just like people, give us at least 3 strikes and then we're out. No, don't just like instantly jump to you said a thing and I hate you now.
Yeah, how does somebody hang out with us for a year and a half and take one sentence and flip out? I mean, seriously? Come on, give me 1 second here, real quick.
You do what you got to do, yeah. But yeah, especially with all the shit that we said in the past. I mean, we've said some of the most horrific, offensive, racist, and just abhorrent things.
Yeah, I mean, I probably slept with the guy's mother, and now he's pissed off. What the hell?
No, you slept with his dad.
Either way,
and he liked it.
Yeah.
He gave you a tip.
I actually did. It was good service.
See what I mean? We just did it just right then. Just obnoxious and horrible and offensive. Yeah. I think the world needs some of that sometimes. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the viewers that hang around with us do.
Hamina. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, come on, relax, everybody. It's all right,
Yeah. Just don't tell YouTube that we said what we said.
Yeah. Oh, here, speaking of YouTube.
We're the one channel that's taken the report button off our channel. You can't do it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're not even demonetized yet. Wow. It's amazing.
Oh, let's try harder. Big
Shit
bag of dicks.
Fuck, cunt, motherfucker, cocksucker, and tits.
Tits on the cunt.
Cornholing with the corn cob.
I mean, talking about being racist, so there's one word I could say, though, just like, channel would be gone in an instant.
Well, I believe that my big balls should be held every night.
We're trying really hard. Yeah.
Yeah. See the stream getting stiffer.
Ugh. Stream's reaching my eyes now. Stop pointing out at me.
Yeah, it's almost tall enough to be seen on Secular Sakai's camera. That was funny today. Sakai turns on his camera, puts on his mask to hide his face, and you can barely see his face above the mask because his camera's pointing at the ceiling. It's like, take the mask off. What are you doing? And then Yana said, as Sakai joins the show from different locations, we can just see different ceilings. It'll be like an architecture stream or something. Fuck, I almost died.
Was it? It's like those Chad cartoons, we have the guy peeking over the wall, sort of thing. Do you remember those? It's like that. You just see the eyeballs and everything above that.
Yeah. Oh, home improvement.
You can do it the other way.
Sakai is the neighbor.
Yeah,
Sakai is the neighbor.
Yeah. That's what we should just do. Just send him a bit of fence that he can put in front of his camera.
Yeah, no, you know how he always comes on camera with the bird? I'm gonna put an avatar in of what's his name? The neighbor from Home Improvement looking over the fence. Wilson, that's it.
Or just have a fence ready, and then next time he comes on, he's got his avatar up with the owl on. You switch the fence on, so the owl is behind the fence.
The owl's peeking over. Yeah, I'll just say sorry. Your webcam must have done that.
Yeah. You could brick him in like Arwen.
Oh man, I still got to do that to somebody one day on the show. That was awesome. We were debunking a flat earther, and I built a brick wall around his head slowly as he was on screen. That was funny as hell.
Yeah, that's because it was because I referenced him to like Thomas the Tank Engine when like George got stuck in the side of the tunnel.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah,
and they just bricked him up.
Yeah, I was in the background while you guys were laughing. I was like, okay, I need a brick, and I cropped it. Yeah.
Let me Google brick.
Yeah, I did. And I had to find one and crop it, and I started bricking them in. And oh my God, that was one of the funniest things. I remember I was like properly wasted drunk on that show too. I was surprised I was able to figure out how to even do it.
I wish we could remember what that show was, and we could just like clip that bit out and put it up again.
We still have the show. It's just all hidden because.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not just that. It's just which one was it?
Yeah, I know, right? You know, we got to find that because it would be really funny to put that up in like, you know, and like just to let people see that moment. It was hilarious. It was one of the funniest, spontaneous moments of debunking when he just bricked him up behind a wall.
Yeah, and there wasn't any debunking. It was just like
no, we were just laughing at him because he's a total fuckwit. Yeah.
Although apparently, PJ, I don't know if you know this, but apparently his channel's gone. He got taken down.
The guy we're talking about, Arwen, he's the kind of guy whose own pecker gets soft whenever he undoes his pants, right? You know, it's not.
Just his hand doesn't even find him attractive.
Yeah, exactly.
He was an obnoxious little.
The most angry person I'd ever seen. He used to yell and scream at his viewers for donations, thinking that he was like a big player in flat earth. And he was like annoyed that he wasn't living off of his channel. And then somebody would donate him $30 and boom, his whole thing would flip on a dime and he'd be the happiest person alive.
Yeah.
He was like disturbed, man. You know, something wrong with that guy. It's called methamphetamine. Smoking it, you know.
Definitely one of those. You know, we use bandied the word around quite liberally with flat earthers as mental health issues.
Yeah.
And he definitely had them. But it was kind of funny that the way he kind of like
my son is more employable than him, right? You know,
he hung on the coattails of other flat earthers.
Yeah.
And joining their streams, like you say, he thought he was like important and relevant. But when they shut him down, he didn't like that either.
Yeah.
He just get even more angry.
Yeah. What a hateful little man, you know.
Yeah, but then again, we saw the same thing on the Globe side as well. Not naming any names, Sean, but he was a hateful little prick as well.
Oh my God! I remember one stream that dude, he was calling somebody the cuck, and there was a whole bunch of people in his live chat. Well, 6 saying that's not a good thing to say live because it shows how much porn you watch, dude. You can't make that up. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. Let's see here. I've got, you know, I need glasses to the point where I can't see. I left I can see through. I don't know. I've got minutes, whatever. I don't know.
You can see through. There's a bright light over there.
I left the door open a crack so I could see.
I'm not sure.
I left the door open a crack so I could see the time on the stove, and all I see is this blurry green light segmented LED display thing. LCD, LED. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I was saying to the chat earlier, we should now you've got a fridge behind you. We should try and get you to get an oven behind you as well, so you don't have to get out your chair to put the pizza in.
Yeah, so I'll get an easy bake, right? And I'll just put it over on the side here.
Yeah, we could turn the Shills into a cooking channel.
Yeah, I want the Barbie edition. I want the pretty one.
Yeah. Well, it runs off 12-volt batteries.
Yeah. Well,
it's got a light bulb in there to warm it up.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, the old Barbie or the old Easy Bake Oven just had a light bulb that got things warm, right? So now that we're all on LED light bulbs and stuff, that ain't going to work. How does an Easy Bake Oven even work? Is it just like a little microwave that's, poisoning people and shit? What's going on with that?
Don't know. I mean, LEDs can get pretty fucking hot if you put enough power through them. So, yeah, maybe get the LED like a microwave version of an LED.
What was
maybe
it?
just the tiny little microwavey things.
What was an Easy Bake Oven back at like the turn of the century? A couple of sticks and a flint, Play-Doh, as far as I understand, Play-Doh was actually invented as a way of getting soot off the walls, and then they realized it was like kind of fun.
Really?
Yeah. Play-Doh, like just making it organically, like not buying it, but just making it yourself. You would rub it on the walls and it would get all the soot off from burning coal and stuff to do your home. I saw that could actually be the thing,
I'm surprised anyone else even fucking bothered. He's looking out.
Yeah, no, I was just replying to somebody. I'm with the whole fundraiser with Car for Ukraine and everything.
Sorry. Are you doing an OnlyFans stream at the same time now?
Yeah. No, I'm in some crazy big group chats with people, and with my anxiety issues and stuff. Holy, is it pushing my envelope?
I've never shoved anything into your envelope.
That's why you're still here.
It's licking it down is always the bit that I never really want to do.
She'll put an extra fold in the crease. It usually ends up with a doctor's appointment.
Oh dear God.
Uh-oh.
God, we don't know. Talk some shit down.
Yeah, usually, It's funny too, because if people realize what we said when we're not on air, this is actually the edited version.
I think we're better on air than we are off air, to be honest with you.
More consumable. My neighbors always tell me to shut the windows so they don't have to hear me unless I'm on the stream, right? Because then I clean up,
Yeah, we're dying laughing. Shut up.
It was funny a couple of years back, a year and a half ago now, maybe more like a year-ish, but the one neighbor on the corner, she moved in, she was new here, and it was summer, and I had the window open, and we were doing the show, and I went out for a cigarette after, and she looks at me and she says, "You must have a podcast because people just don't behave that way." I was like, yep. Yeah.
I was just on the toilet after taking a shit.
Yeah. She was like, yeah, she says, "What's the thing? Because I sat out here listening to you for like an hour, laughing my head off, but I wish I could have heard everybody else."
Yeah. Well, subscribe, bitch.
She did. Yeah, right away. Yeah.
Oh, she might be here tonight. Sorry.
Yeah. No. She knows not to go in the live chat because she's gonna dox me for sure, right? She'll fuck it up.
Sorry. Sorry for calling you a bitch.
Yeah. He was right, but he's sorry. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I got a couple of neighbors that watch and they never join the live chat because they're gonna screw it up for sure. And we all know it's coming, so we don't bother, right? It's better for everyone, It's
better for you. It's better for me. It's better for everybody.
Yeah. People don't need to know that my real name is Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, G Buzz. It's with a B.
I thought your real name was for fuck's sake. One word. For fuck's sake.
Beelzebub.
Who's that over there? Oh, that's Colin, for fuck's sake. No. It's for fuck's sake McGinty. He's from Ireland, didn't you know?
Yeah. He's colorblind, so imagine that yellow outfit is actually green. Oh, okay. All my shit's beeping over here.
It's all going. I can hear it all going off.
Yeah, so I've got to get into parenting mode a bit here. It's 2 hours and 1 minute on the stream, so I do believe this all works out pretty good.
Yeah, get more than your money's worth here.
Yeah, so if anybody's into a little after show hangout, I'm going to be into it. Now, we tried this on Discord, and it failed miserably because ... Discord. I can't handle Discord because it makes me angry. And you don't want to see me when but Discord's voice chat is the back half of terrible. So what we're going to do,
it used to be all right.
Yeah, it did. But it's terrible. Like the last time we used it, everybody sounded like shit. And then we gave a private link to our service and everybody sounded good and we had a good chat, right? So I'm going to deal with the things I got to deal with. It's going to take like 10 minutes or some shit like that. We'll call it 15-ish.
Yeah, we normally call it eating.
Yeah. And then I'll drop a link in the Shills Discord. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. It's going to be a little hangout. And if you don't want to, well, don't. It's not like, it's fine.
And if you do.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you didn't, won't.
That's right. So huge shout out to the team here. We got Annette, we got Shayna, we got PJCnet and Super Chat Matt. And like we always tell you around here, big shout out to the team because they work really hard to make this channel what it is.
Yeah.
And we also got a shout out to Darren Vaughn here in the chat. Crank up the applause. Now we are supposed to be worried about illegal immigrants from Canada. Yeah, that's true. We're all heading down to America again, but it's going to be just a vacation trip, and we're probably going to burn the White House down again. It's what we do.
Lock up your daughters.
So put it back in your pants, grab a beer, and we'll hang out in the Discord after. Actually, we won't. We'll give you a link in the Discord to hang out with us somewhere else after.
Yeah, on Rick's stream. We're all going over there.
Yeah, and if he's not live, well, we'll put one up.
Yeah. You got a stream key? Just send it to his channel.
Exactly. Yeah,
that'll be awesome. We can you get stream keys from all these different channels, and you can just start. We'll just put a Shills show.
So we got to. Well, we could go live on. I'm a manager on a few channels that people have forgotten about, so we could go live on some really weird places.
That would be funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we got to do that. All right.
We're out of here. Big thanks to everybody for helping with the fundraiser and stuff. It's still ongoing. I think today was like 1,300 euros into the pot or something. So, all the heroes out there helping us make a difference. Big shout out to you.
How many inches was that?
How many mile per hour? Right? How many mile per hour? I think that was about 170 mile an hour. Right.
I've been watching how fast this stream has been going.
Yeah. I put my foot to the floor, so we'll see. But might have been.
Anyway, I'll shut up. He's trying to end the show so he can go and get his nosh.
It's beat stuff 3 times now, so yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
See you in the Discord with a link.
Now off you fuck.
Bye.